Hi, and welcome to September. Thanks for being here on this Friday. You know how I love to start off a program by saying Good Friday to you. Well, on this one, I'm going to have pretty much nothing but good news to share with you tonight. You can include that in the forecast. The only thing that might not be completely good news is your forecast, but when you consider the fact that we're faring really well compared to a lot of other folks in Kentucky in regards to Harvey and what's left over from it, well, that's considered to be good news, I think, in that respect. But the other, by comparison, is really, really good news. I've only got two stories for you tonight. Coverage of last night's Miss Teen McGoffin, and I've got a little bit of everybody. The contestants in the pageant, of course, a little bit of the entertainment. There was some really great entertainment last night, but I can only share just, of course, a few moments with you. But that will be one of our focal points tonight, as will be the Blue Ribbon winning pumpkin here in Sayersville after returning from the state fair. Where you can see it and how it got to be so big, we'll talk with its grower and owner in just a few minutes as well. Weather-wise, here's a little food for thought on our date in weather history. On this day back in 2011, just a few short years ago, a record high 93 degrees was set at the Jackson Weather Service. We're a long ways from that, and we've got 60-degree days in your forecast. With that said, don't move. I'll be right back after just a few words from a few of our sponsors who I hope you'll let know you're watching every opportunity you have. Fall and its colors have burst onto the scene at the seasonal shop in downtown Sayersville. Kids' mud pie styles and designs have just arrived, with even more on the way. Little Fashions, excellent for fall, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. And of course, they've got the sweetest of accessories. And ladies' fashions are here, and there's more coming in daily. Amazing sweaters and Carter coats, this fall's must-have item. Dresses, boots, and more on the way. There's just nothing like what you'll find at the seasonal shop in downtown Sayersville, just down from Fraser's Prater Drugstore and the Radio Shack. Here's a new list of specials at Gateway. This Chevy Intervan runs great, cold AC, $49.90. This 2015 Commander 500 Camel ATV just traded for 72 miles. As new, save thousands. And a pair of RAV4s. This 2010 all-wheel drive, excellent price and payment. And this 05 RAV4 all-wheel drive, $5,900 or best offer. This 06 Crew Cab is a 4x4 and thousands below book at just $10,900. And most payments under $200 a month at Gateway Motors in Sayersville.
Hi, I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. When hiring an attorney, experience does matter. For over 20 years, I've been representing clients throughout Eastern Kentucky. We are a full-service law firm, representing clients who've been injured in car accidents or at work, representing clients who need to file bankruptcy, representing clients who've been charged with a crime. For all your legal needs, contact my office when it matters. We have two locations for your convenience. In Sayersville at 349-4522 and West Liberty at 743-1965.
Wanting you to have a healthier life means providing access to quality, affordable health care. And to do exactly that, Hope Family Medical Center offers full dental care with Dr. Pratt and his team, a pediatrician team of 3 doctors and nurses and moms, complete health care by family physician Dr. Kelly Pratt and nurse practitioners Mildred Sizemore, Gail Faria, Shannon Conley, and Heather Blair. Behavioral health services with Kimberly Davis, with in-house lab testing and results, in-house x-ray and pharmacy, and all the caring, knowledge, and experience that these medical professionals represent
at Hope Family Medical Center.
We're back tonight with our friend Dwight Sloan. He's been on the program a few times before, and his pumpkin is now on display here in Sayersville at Buddy's Produce on the Mountain Parkway. Sloan of Pressesburg brought home the blue ribbon for first place with the largest pumpkin this year at the Kentucky State Fair. He gets $1 per pound for winning. That's well over $1,000. But it's also actually not his biggest pumpkin ever, and it's not even his biggest pumpkin this year. And it's also interesting, this story, for a bunch of reasons, including the fact that the state fair is actually where his fascination began with growing these giant pumpkins.
Me and my wife, first year we started dating, went to the Kentucky State Fair, and the gentleman named Frank Mudd had a pumpkin there that weighed about 800 pounds, and I thought, I'd like to try that, so that's what got me started. This one here is my 4th largest pumpkin I've ever grown. It actually went a little light to what it was taping. It was taping a little over 13 and went a little light, but it's still an enormous pumpkin. It's really, really wide.
And when Dwight says he's taping, that means he's measuring a pumpkin's girth in 3 different ways. And he said he's still got some in the patch taping even bigger than this one. He says that when these pumpkins are in the peak of their growth process, they'll grow, get this, as much as 40 pounds in a day.
Yes, I still have 2 in the patch. One's taping over 1,200, still growing, and another one's right at 800, still growing. I think I've entered the state fair. This makes 5 times, I believe it is. Got second twice and have won twice.
And you've been at some other fairs and had some success?
Yes, I won Indiana and Kentucky this year, and I've won Indiana about 4 years ago.
And before I asked Dwight if he could tell us what some of his secrets were to such a successful growing operation, I was thinking, well, there's going to be something he's not going to tell me. But he says, hey, when it comes to growing pumpkins, there's nothing I won't share.
It's selection of good seeds, willingness to get out and actually put the time and effort into working it. There's multiple fertilizers you can use. I use a urea mate, which is one of my I use, and then a lot of growth products and Harold's fertilizer products. And just getting your soil good, taking it to like the county agent and letting him test your soil to make sure everything's in there you need, and if it's not, then add what you need.
Nobody's ever contacted you in those companies about putting their name on the side of your pumpkins yet?
No, I was fortunate enough that one of the companies, Harold's, occasionally will give me a little bit of stuff because they'll usually use my picture, so occasionally they'll give me a little stuff. So, not too often, but sometimes.
And while you can stop by and check out this monster at Buddy's Produce here in Sayersville for the next several days, he says that his pumpkins do make their way elsewhere, and they also are the center of some fundraising events too.
Jenny Wiley Festival in Prestonburg is the second weekend in October, and the ones that we have still growing, if nothing doesn't happen to them, we do a fundraiser for the Floyd County Animal Shelter. We set up a booth and take your picture right there on the spot and print it off for you for a donation to the shelter.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine that 1,223 pumpkin is not a state record, but Dwight says he is aiming for a state record. In fact, he got very close last year at a big weigh-in. A John Vanuck had a pumpkin that came in at 1,489 pounds, and just a few pounds shy of that at 1,456 was Dwight. So he is close, and he is maybe even hopeful that one that he has in the patch this year might catch up to that amount. That weigh-in last year was one in Augusta where he and Mr. Vanuck were. There were 10 to 12 pumpkins, he says there, that weighed over 1,000 pounds, well over 1,000 pounds, and 3 that weighed over 1,400 pounds. We wish him well, and I promise you'll see his next one here on Your News Today. I'll be right back. Curb your appetite for a good deal and some home cooking at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe, where we started the under $5 daily special. Saturdays get a 10-piece hot and spicy wing dinner with all the fixins, only $4.69, $3.99 after 4 o'clock. And on Sundays, our famous chicken and dumpling special with homemade cobbler and ice cream, only $4.49, $3.99 after 4. And we cater gatherings big or small at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe.
I'm attorney Don McFarland. We all know that times are hard, jobs are scarce. Most people that I know are struggling to support their families and make it through each day. Now imagine that you get seriously hurt while working on the job, and the insurance company for your employer refuses to pay wages and benefits while you are injured and cannot afford to pay medical expenses, household bills, and put food on the table to support your family. I can help. If you are being wrongfully denied workers' compensation benefits that you rightfully deserve, then give me a call and let me go to work for you. 349-9000.
There's no better time than now to get the Android smartphone of your choice from Appalachian Wireless. All Androids up to $50 off regular price all this month. The Samsung GS8 was $149.99, now just $99.99. The LG G6, normally $99.99, is now only $49.99. And believe it or not, you can get the Galaxy S7 for only $1 with 2-year agreement while supplies last. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company.
Much more than diesel specialist, Black Smoke Performance is turning out excellent auto body collision paint and repair results with free quotes and estimates on everything from insurance jobs to that ding you got in the driveway. Custom lift kits, bed liners, winches, and accessories, and full diagnostics and repair on anything gas or diesel, from brakes to fluid changes to major auto repair. If you want it fixed, lifted, painted, customized, or just maintained, just call on the team at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville, 100 May Drive, or 349-8785. Yes, that's a 68 with an awesome 302, an updated 5-speed, over $6,000 in just recent restoration receipts, all with only about 70,000 miles. It's only at Broadway Auto Sales in Paintsville. And this 07 Expedition Eddie Bauer, and this 2011 Nissan Altima, and this super sporty 07 Colorado are all drastically cut to sell quick. Come check them out at Broadway Auto Sales in Paintsville. I take you now to the Miss Teen Magoffin County pageant last night. Remember, of course, Miss Magoffin to be held this coming Monday night. But as for Miss Teen last night, 14 beautiful young ladies, all from Magoffin County, all joining Miss Teen Magoffin Tyra Fletcher on hand, as well as a host of others, entertainers, and more. So now I take you to performances and the awards for contestants Dakota Bradley, Brianna Williams, Natalie Gasparic, Gabrielle Williams, Samantha Conley, Christian King, Kason Estep, Kaylee Morrison, Savannah Whitaker, Samantha Black, Isabella Cole, Kiana McCarty, Macy May, and Lauren Whitaker. Before a packed audience last night, it was almost midnight, I believe, 11:30 maybe, before we learned who our new Miss Teen Magoffin County would be. From the entrance to the awards, a night at the movies was packed with everything that makes a Miss Teen Magoffin pageant so great, including skits from everything from Saturday Night Live to American Idol.
I'm going to be singing Tina at the Teardrop Inn. It's a good family song about cheating and murder. So that was pretty good.
All right.
Get into it?
Go on.
Right. Well, she cried for me.
Whoa. No.
Is it not?
No, that was all.
You sing something else?
No, that was absolutely
I sing a little Becky Lynn Wants to Forgive.
Please.
I sing some Becky Lynn.
Please, God, no, please.
It's
Right.
not.
Cliff, let
There a
me
problem?
tell you this, Cliff. I've done this show for nearly 30 years. I watched close to 100 performances a day. And that was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Cal. Let me tell you
Go
something.
on.
You know what I've sacrificed to get here?
I don't
I've
know.
sold everything.
That's
Yeah,
unfortunate,
these
but
aren't
you're
even
still
my
terrible.
pants.
That's
I don't
awful.
know. I sold everything. I don't,
Unfortunately, that doesn't make you a good singer.
I don't need this. I go on The Voice. I go on The Voice.
And from there, we'll go on to the sportswear segment of the pageant.
Something has a hold of you all right, Dakota. Will have a hold of your heart coming out in this totally exquisite little number. Brianna has sure dressed the part, all the way from her beach wave hair with her pink Hawaiian flower to her bare feet, proof that a classic never goes out of style. This season is all about shoulders, and Gabby is showing hers off in true Sandra D style. Love is in the air tonight, and Ariel, or contestant number 5, Samantha Conley, is the sparkle in everyone's eye. Anywhere, anyplace, anytime. Rocky always puts his best foot forward, and Christian will too. Hasten, Bree Steps, and Belle sure have a lot in common. Belle, meaning beauty, is exactly what Payson is. Kaylee wants to always spread joy to those around her. So smile and be happy, because this minion loves you. Just like Jasmine, Savannah can open your eyes in her crotch off the shoulder top and matching aqua pants. With its black piping and cute bow accent, this outfit can take Samantha from the courtroom to a night out with colleagues. Just as Baby did. When Isabella sets her mind to do it, she doesn't stop until she gets it right. I quickly learned my parents are my protectors and only bring love. Contestant number 12, Kiana McCarty. Macy is a superstar. with her outfit, her stunning smile, and her amazing personality. Lauren is taken to the rooftops of London as Bert, the lovable chimney sweep from the classic film Mary Poppins.
And from sportswear, we were on to evening wear, where each contestant answered the same, we'll say, entertaining question.
Dakota, if someone were to write a movie about your life, what would the title be, who would play you, and why?
The title of my movie script would be Soul Sisters, and the person I would choose to play my role would be Hilary Duff because she's an amazing singer and she's got a crazy personality just like me. Thank you and good evening, McGoffin County. I'm your contestant number 1, Dakota Marie Bradley.
Well, Tyra, if someone were to write a movie script about my life, I would title it Love I Should. Sandra Bullock will play me. You see, for the last 5 years, my sisters and I have lived with our current parents. My parents made the choice to love and care for us, even though they didn't have to, as well as adopt us. Not only Sandra is a great actress, but she chose to love and care for kids, even adopt them by choice. Thank you and good evening. I am your contestant number 2, Brianna Nicole Lee.
The title of my movie would be The Triple Threat, starring Emma Watson. It's about the life of an overly active teenager learning to balance her multiple sports, social life, and family while chasing her dreams. This meeting seems very close to my heart as I find there isn't enough hours in a day for track and field, softball, and cheerleading while trying to keep up with my friends and family. Thank you and good evening. I'm your contestant number 3, Natalie Green Gasparic.
Well, Tyra, if I had to choose someone to play me in a movie, I would have to choose Jennifer Lawrence. I would choose Jennifer Lawrence because we are alike in many ways. 2 ways that we are alike is 1, we're not afraid of being ourselves around people, and 2, we're not afraid to fight for what we believe in. Now, if I had to choose a title of a movie, it would be In the Heart of the Hills. Thank you and good evening. I'm contestant number 4, Gabrielle Williams.
Well, the title would be My Reality, and I would choose Amy Adams to play me, not only because of the similarities between our red hair and blue eyes, but also for our personalities. Thank you and good evening. I'm the contestant number 5, Samantha Annette Coleman.
Well, Tyra, if someone were to write a movie script about my life, I would want the title of it to be The Faith of a Small Town Girl. I am surrounded by many great people who love and support me, but I wouldn't be anywhere in this world without the love of God. The actress that I would want to portray me is Candace Cameron Bure. She has a great love for her family, but just like me, she has a greater love for God. Thank you and good evening. I'm your contestant number 6, Christian Faith Kenny.
If someone were to write a movie script about my life, the title would be Masterpiece in the Making. Because every hardship I've ever been through in my life has taken away a piece of me. And even though sometimes it was hard to look past it, God had a bigger plan for me. He is shaping me and forming me into a work of art, and He's taking those pieces and making me into a beautiful masterpiece. And if I had to pick someone to play me in this film, I would pick Amelia Clark because she has such a sweet and sensitive spirit. Thank you and good evening. I'm your contestant number 7, Kaysen Bree Eastep.
Well, Tyra, my title will be In a Sky Full of Stars. I choose this title because it tells me that I can be how I want to be and not like all other girls, or in this case, like all the other stars. To play me, I chose Anna Kendrick because in the movie Pitch Perfect, she said she doesn't want to be in a group of friends. But when she starts to show her true colors and be herself, everybody knows the real her, and that's how I have become this year and why you see me standing on the stage right now. Thank you and good evening. I'm your contestant number 8, Kaylee Morrison.
Well, Tyra, if someone were to write a movie script about my life, the title would be The American Dream. I would title this my movie because I would want my movie to put emphasis on why it is so important for everybody to work hard, chase their dreams, and accomplish whatever will make them happy in life. I would also have Demi Lovato star as me because not only do we share physical similarities, but we are also both very bold and confident. Thank you and good evening. I'm your contestant, number 9, Savannah Paige Whitaker.
Well, Tyra, first I would choose Emma Watson because she's a perfect blend of class and comedy. But most importantly, she's an excellent role model who stands up for what she believes in, and she uses her platform for good. As for my movie title, I'm a 16-year-old junior, So at this point in my life, I would have to say the title would be To Be Continued, because I still have so many things I've yet to accomplish. But the best thing about my movie is that there are no limitations and there is no theme. So I'm free to just be continued. Thank you, good evening. I'm your contestant, number 10, Samantha Black.
The title of my movie would be Kentucky 5-Star Ranger. Who would play me would be Nia Peoples. Why? Because she inspired me to do martial arts. She taught me that a woman can do anything that they think that they can achieve. But I thank God that I can do what I love. Thank you, good evening. I'm your contestant, number 11, Isabella Nisheko.
Well, Tyra, if I had to write a movie script about my life, the title would be that a typical teen walking by faith, played by Bella Thorne. The reason behind my title would be the fact that you never know what's going to happen through your teenage life, but as long as you hold on to the hand of faith, you'll be able to make it through anything. Thank you and good evening. I'm your contestant, number 12, Kiana Paige McCarty.
Well, Tyra, if someone were to write a movie script about my life, the title would be A Dream Come True. Walking out here tonight means that I can accomplish anything that I set my mind to. This experience has made me feel more beautiful, strong, and confident. The person who would be playing me would be Angelina Jolie. Angelina has been my role model for as long as I can remember. She's beautiful on the inside as well as the outside. Tonight, being on this stage is a dream come true for me. Regardless of the outcome, I feel that this experience has changed my life, and I'll be forever grateful. Thank you and good evening. I'm your contestant, number 13, Macy Jones May.
Well, Tyra, if I had a movie made about my life, the title would be Practice Makes Perfect. I would choose this title because ever since I was 3 years old, my passion for dance has continued to grow. I thank God for the talent He has given me, and for the people I've been so fortunate to become close with because of one thing we have in common, a love for dance. If someone played me in my movie, it would be Lucy Hale. Lucy is very creative, brave, and hardworking. She tries her best to achieve her goals. Thank you and good evening. I'm your contestant number 14, Lauren Whitaker.
And before each of those 14 lovely young ladies would return to the stage for the awards ceremony, the crowd first said goodbye to reigning Miss Teen, Tyra Fletcher.
I can honestly say that this experience has been such a dream come true for me. Growing up, every little girl wants to have the opportunity to truly feel like a princess, and being crowned on this stage that night, I was given the honor to have mine. Being Miss Teen McGoffin has given me the experience and confidence that every young girl should have. From always going after something you really want, to never allowing anyone to make you feel like you can't. I have so much to be thankful for.
Our first award is the People's Choice Award. This award was determined by the amount of tickets sold by the girls at this year's Community Day. This award goes to contestant number 10, Miss Samantha Black. The next award is Miss Congeniality. This award is voted on by the contestants. This award goes to contestant number 11, Isabella Cole.
The next award is the Interview Award. This category, again, was worth 40 points. Your interview winner was contestant number 14, Lauren Whitaker.
Next, we have the Sportswear Award, which you so eloquently let out, and all the girls come out and did their thing. Yeah. This one goes to the girl who the judges felt presented herself and her sportswear very well on stage. This award goes to contestant number 10, Miss Samantha Black. And now for the fourth runner-up. They will receive a trophy, flowers, and a cash award. The fourth runner-up is contestant number 9, Miss Savannah Whitaker. The third runner-up will receive a trophy, flowers, and a cash award. The third runner-up is contestant number 14, Miss Lauren Whitaker.
Way to go, Lauren!
Second runner-up is contestant number 6, Miss Christian King. And the first runner-up is contestant number 7, Miss Casey Eastep.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh.
your new Miss Team McGoffin County is contestant number 10, Samantha Black. Thank you all so much for coming. Please come back on Monday for Miss McGoffin. All of the runners-up and the winner are eligible to ride in the parade next Saturday.
Congratulations to our new Miss Team McGoffin, to all of the other contestants, and to everyone who made it another phenomenal show. I'll be right back wrapping up with your weather forecast, a need to hear, in just a second. Parkway Pharmacy, now open earlier from 8 a.m. until 6 in the evening to better suit your schedule and lifestyle, and to help you get better and live a healthier life. And if allergies are bogging you down, they're armed with the very best in over-the-counter relief for adults and your children. Reach owner pharmacist Jesse Rudd and his assistant pharmacist Megan Castle and their staff at 8 o'clock in the mornings or at 349-4400. They're rolling out big, beautiful truck bodies every day, the best America makes in steel and aluminum, with their largest ever local stock of angle, sheet, round, I-beam, expanded, steel, and aluminum in several different finishes for whatever you're working on. And if the dump body you're driving needs parts, they've got them in stock. And if you need a big project fabricated from scratch, they've got you covered at Logan in Salyersville since 1904. The only difference in these washers and mowers from new is the incredible low price, and the same goes for tools, electronics, jewelry, games, and more at Parkway Gun and Pawn, where they buy and sell gold and silver and loan cash every day on just about anything worth $1. Stop by on Parkway Drive or call 349-PAWN. Beat weather to the punch right now at Conley Tire and get $50 back when you buy 4 new BF Goodrich car or light truck tires until September the 12th, and $70 when you buy 4 new Michelins by September the 17th, and take the stress out of buying with 6 months to pay and no interest. Cheaper, better, safer. Conley Tire in Staffordsville. Turning to your weather forecast, there's no doubt that we've been faring very well comparatively to central and most definitely western Kentucky in regards to rainfall amounts. I've got 1.5 inches right now at the studio. We'll add some more to that. And I want to stress right now that you still need to keep your eye on the weather. Even though we're not over there in that big mess of things, you're very well aware, I would imagine, that around 3 o'clock today, there was a tornado warning issued for northern Perry, southeastern Breathitt County. It was just based on radar evidence and nothing else, no sightings, and it expired or was actually canceled before its expiration date, which was set. Nevertheless, it was due to a little cell that you're seeing right there, if you can find McGoffin County, that just started to develop and had some rotation, but fizzled out, fortunately. That same cell, which I would imagine gave us some showers and thunderstorms out of it. I say that because this program was actually taped earlier this afternoon. I was finishing up production almost exactly at the same time that tornado warning was issued. So while the radar doesn't depict any other cells of that nature behind them, you can see how that one did blow up, and of course the fear that it put in a lot of folks in those areas, and how it did produce some good rain for a lot of folks too. So please keep your eye on the weather the rest of the evening. Just because we're not over there in the midst of that mess, that cell proved that we are not out of the woods as of yet. As far as rainfall totals, that's not a real great concern. So looking at our latest update, showers and some thunderstorms still in the forecast for tonight, as are winds out of the east around 8 miles per hour, with the exception of any storms that we may be under. We'll see new precipitation, maybe have a half to another 3/4 of an inch during the overnight. Into your Saturday, look at temperatures. It's going to be a good day to get some rest, if you ask me. 65 degrees, southwest winds 3 to 6, showers till about 5 or so. Maybe some thunderstorms embedded in there too, but then it's going to be wrapping up and getting out of here. I think we'll see actually a dry Saturday night, leading into a couple of nice days. We'll try to make the most out of this holiday weekend. 75 and mostly sunny on your Sunday. Nighttime lows 58 degrees. That is, of course, going into your Labor Day, which will perk up to about 81 under sunny and clear skies. Nighttime lows still in the low 50s. Now after that, you'll see us take another dive throughout the rest of the week. Tuesday, 79 and some sunshine. A really strong cold front gives us a chance of showers late Tuesday into your Wednesday. Wednesday's temperatures, 67, 68 degrees. Ditto for next Thursday, too. And in closing tonight, I want to take a moment and wish you all the happiest and safest of Labor Day weekends ahead. We'll see you back here on Tuesday of next week. And of course, we'll be announcing here on the show our new Miss Magoffin, to be announced following the pageant on Monday night. We'll have more information on fiscal court meeting and tax rates, which were set yesterday, and a host of other news that I'm sure is going to happen between now and then, and I'm sure that you'll only see if you see us back here next time. Good night, happy Labor Day, and thanks for watching.